everyone, I'm Anna.
I'm Elise.
We're the Kyles.
And we're the Gloomy Gang.
Welcome
today
back.
for another thrilling Outpost Phase.
Yeah, buddy.
The best part of the game.
I thought you were going to do the folders copy too.
I thought I was going to for a second too, and then I couldn't come up with any more words. And so I quit.
The best part of Outpost Phase is doing the gloomy shot.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Thank you for
perfect segue.
Thanks for saving me. Oh, sorry, I made that one strong.
Ooh, it was spicy.
Sorry, guys.
Spicy.
Sorry. All right. Today's Outpost Phase involves some exciting new things, but we'll get there. First off, we are going to do the passage of time.
Time keeps on slipping.
Yeah,
We're getting close to winter.
There's nothing in that box that we need to... Nothing to read?
Nothing to read.
Okay.
Nothing to see here, folks. Move on along.
All right. Next up is the Outpost Event.
Cool.
What happens this week?
Let's fucking go. All right. The sun is shimmering, the seabirds are honking, and the day seems uncharacteristically lively for the town of Frosthaven. Large carts of resources have just trundled in.
Cats of resources.
Yes, cats of resources. Meowing all over the place. Have just trundled in from a successful expedition, and the crops have started to show. And even the populace has exchanged their upset grimaces for more welcoming grimaces. It could not be a more perfect day. Several citizens have cornered Satha in town square. One speaks up. We've stocked enough away and the harvest is plentiful. It's about time we had something to celebrate here. Why not open the city coffers and sponsor a holiday? Satha contemplates the proposal, but she looks on the fence. You could probably sway her opinion. Do we encourage her to declare a summertime holiday to celebrate the success of the season? Or do we encourage her to store the resources for a winter holiday when the town may need to lift its spirits?
Ooh, I was going to vote party, but it sounds like it's a party either way. It's just, is it a party now or a party in the winter?
Depression party.
I mean, it could be one bright spot in the middle of winter. But it could be...
You all know me. I don't like to look into the future too much. I live in the right now. So I really think that party right now would be great. It could also be
winter, like, years out. Because it's just going to go in the deck and it's going to get randomly chosen. So this could be something, like, very, very far off. So maybe we just go with it now? Party now?
Party now.
I'm going to vote go now because we live in Hurricane Land.
Yeah.
And hurricane season doesn't mean we don't party the rest of the year.
That's true.
Yeah.
Party now.
Very true.
All right.
So we are going to encourage her to declare a summertime holiday and celebrate the success of the season.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So we will not have that summertime sadness.
Hopefully not, but you gotta read
the
card.
You explain the virtues of a summertime holiday, highlighting the freshness of the fruit and how the town could dance into the night with the late summer sunsets. Satha is readily swayed. It's settled then. We'll have a summer harvest festival. Add summer event 36 to the summer outpost deck.
Okay. Oh, so it's not now. It's sometime during a summer. Someday.
In the summer. Sunday.
I think we were stuck either way then.
Man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just you want a summer theme party or a winter theme party. Winter theme party sounds depressing.
It does.
So,
but
I'm here for the summer theme party.
Probably slightly less depressing than regular wintertime.
Maybe.
I would imagine.
Probably.
Blizzard parties are fun though.
Yeah. As long as
you're not being attacked.
All right. So you're putting that card in the summer deck. The current summer deck.
Yep.
All right. Shuffle it up.
She wanted to party right now.
Cut through my
She's
soul.
very
Oh
upset.
my god.
She was ready to party.
Okay, so that concludes stage 2.
Yep.
Outpost.
Cool.
On
We
to
got next.
stage 3, building operations.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, the mining camp collectively buy up to 1 metal for 2 gold.
Let's do that.
Cool. So I'll go ahead
And
and
you're
do
gonna
that.
pay for it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bankroll that. Alright, so add 1
Do you want me to do that while you do
metal.
that?
It's okay. I got it. And then collectively buy up to 1 hide for 2 gold at the
Okay.
hunting lodge.
See.
So
Sounds
I will
good.
bankroll that as well.
Perfect.
Money bags.
Alright.
We buy 1 hide or 2 hide?
1.
One.
It only allows you
Yeah,
to buy
it's
1
only
for
one.
2
Oh,
gold.
yeah.
I don't know. I thought I saw 2, but I could be having a stroke.
That's likely.
I only
It
saw
is.
you put 1 down.
I don't know. I think it was just the one.
1
It,
it is.
it was at 11
Probably having a
before.
stroke.
No, it's entirely
Yeah.
possible he's having
Anyway. That's 5. And then logging camp collectively buy up to 1 lumber for 2 gold.
Okay.
Done.
So I will do that as well. So that takes
Okay.
me down to 3.
Pow.
Mark it down on the sheet.
Yep.
Don't forget.
We're light on wood.
Yeah, we are. Not enough wood. The craftsman, there's no effect for that, or nothing for that.
Okay.
The alchemist, there's nothing for that.
Mhm.
The workshop, nothing for us to do there. And the barracks, same thing.
Okay. Building
Exciting.
operations is done.
Yay.
Okay. Step 4 is downtime, which let's really quick.
Fun self stuff.
Um,
And do other fun
you
stuff.
needed to level up.
Yep.
So you already did that, right? You got your perk mark. You added a new ability card. Your hit points are now higher. I don't remember what it was. Okay.
I now go to
Higher
8.
higher is relative.
Yeah. Okay. Nobody is retiring a character this round, but somebody is creating a new character.
Yeah, buddy.
Why don't you tell us about that decision?
So, yes, Charles Tar is getting a little sleepy. He needs a little rest. So, we are breaking out our friend, the Frozen Fist. So, we have Faustficker, for those of you who don't know, which means Fistfucker. So, he will be joining the ranks of the Gloomy Gang in the meantime. So,
And why did you decide to get rid of Charles Tar?
getting a little bored.
Okay.
So we'll, like I said, he's a little sleepy. So we'll give him a couple routine naps.
I'll need a little excitement every once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Switch it up.
Everybody knows. Switch it up with a little fisting every now and then.
Every once in a while.
It's gonna be so many fisting
Sometimes
jokes.
you got to.
Do you want to show the camera your brand new fist?
Yeah.
Or fist
So
or
yeah, we've got
So you can
Fisting character.
fist
brand
You're
new.
gonna have to switch that.
we've got a brand new fist buddy. So we got a little guy for fisting fun. Look at that.
All the fun.
Yeah, and it's dimpled for her pleasure.
Or his pleasure.
Or his. Yeah,
That's
we
true.
we don't judge here at the
That
Gloomy
is
Gang,
true.
So different strokes for different folks, that's for sure. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. So we've gone and processed all of his creation. I grabbed his his retirement goal. He's still level 1 because the way that this works is prosperity divided by 2 rounded down, which is, since we're prosperity
Who knows?
2.
We actually.
it's still level 1. So he has the retirement goal for Ace their Outpost. Frosthaven is not such an obscure place as it once was. It seems stories of the strange occurrences and the fantastic creatures have reached far and wide. And there are certain parties interested in founding research outposts in the region. Reasoning there is knowledge to be found. Now it's up to you to do the legwork. So we immediately unlock Strong Foundation, number 65, and we could follow that to its conclusion for his retirement.
All right, let's
here
get
is
65 on the map then.
Strong Foundation.
Where is it?
Right here.
It is.
Oh, you found it already. Okay, well that was fast.
That was complete luck.
Yeah.
I just looked down and I was like, hey, there it is.
Don't mess it up.
Alright.
Alright. So at some point in the future, we will do this. I assume you don't want to retire like tomorrow, so we're not going to do it right now, but
Correct.
at some point in the future, we will.
Right.
Okay, so you have already taken care of all of your, like, pulling your cards together, all
Yep,
that, but
I've
you
pulled,
do need to decide
I pulled on the
if
cards. Yep.
there's anything that you would like to purchase. And so part of that is there anything from Charles Tar that you want to sell back so it's available to be purchased?
Yeah, so I was gonna sell back Charles Tar's Amulet of Life and Winged Shoes.
Okay.
So he will get 14.
Well, it's 15 times 2 is 30 divided by 2, 15.
Yeah,
so you get
15,
15 gold.
Yeah.
Out
Well,
of it.
it's
half.
half of each, so you don't get 15 directly because each of
Yeah, you
these.
don't add them
7.5 rounded
Yeah.
down is 7. 7.5 rounded. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 14.
Sorry, I was putting it all together.
Don't love that.
Yeah. Feels like you're getting
So
ripped
he will
off.
get those back, and then I'm selling back his healing potion because it looks like we could sell those back instead of distill them.
Yeah, so we can't distill until we get our alchemist up to level 2, but according to what we found in the rule book, it says that you can sell those potions back for 2 gold per raw material.
Right.
So you can get 4 gold per potion.
Okay, yeah, so that's going to be 8 total again. So
Okay.
that's going to be 22 gold that he has now. Plus 3, so 25 actually.
Okay. Alright,
So
so
that's
Charles
just
Tar
gonna
is
sit
just
on
going to
the
sit on
Charles Tar.
25 gold.
Yep. Okay.
But we'll put the stamina potion and the healing potion back in the craftable supply, and then the winged shoes and the amulet of
There
life will go
is-
back in the. We'll
Yeah.
go back in the purchasable supply, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There is one extra thing that I would like to address.
Yes.
The unhealthy mixture
Fucking this stupid thing.
that Charles Tar has is
Yeah,
can't-
let's just
We can't
leave
throw
it with
away our 100%
It could
win rate.
just
You can't.
stay with Charles Tar,
No.
and it could
You're
just
just throwing stats right out the window.
exactly.
the poisoning wound
It's very
itself.
It's very important.
Just saying.
Hey, it's at a 100%
If
completion
it ain't
rate.
broke,
So-
don't fix it.
Oh my fucking god.
So we
But
can't.
you can't sell it,
Can't
and
sell
you
it.
can't distill
And
it.
you can't
so
distill it.
just leave it.
But I think we should house rule that Charles Tar can gift this to Faustficker before going out on his adventures.
I
So,
second this motion.
I would like to motion that happens.
I'm a yay.
Yay.
That's 2 yays.
Oh my god.
That'd be 3 yays.
So,
I don't know if he can vote in his own motion.
of course.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We're
Fine,
It's a
whatever. If you
dictatorship.
feel
Of course you
that
can.
strongly about it,
Alright, the motion
Yes.
passes.
fine.
Faustficker
Get that unhealthy mixture.
gets that unhealthy mixture.
You know what this means? When
Stupid.
Pan leaves, retires, or is
Mm.
taking a nap, Pan can also pass on his unhealthy mixture.
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that's how that works.
Very important that this legacy of unhealthiness lives on.
If it was actually useful, this could potentially be an issue, but I
Yeah.
guess since it's not
we
useful,
can't
it's kind
Will
of
be
just
useful.
I mean, I was about
It's
to say, we
just
can't prove
stupid
that
at
it's
this
not.
Not useful.
Not
we get a
useful.
gloomy shot out of every use.
that's true.
Hey, yeah.
That's true.
Additionally, he Faustficker is purchasing the Circlet of Elements.
Which does what?
During your turn, perform Consume Element to activate element. So I could basically transmute one
Okay.
element to another.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because you start off with 30 gold, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that brings me down to
25.
that is 25. So that
Nice.
brings me down to 5.
Okay, so you're gonna have 5 starting gold.
Not bad.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Is that everything for getting you set up for a new character? Let me double
To my
check.
knowledge, that is everything we need.
Do it.
I
quick,
do
though.
think
I don't
that
think
we
it's done.
need a
Okay,
proper
so this says,
introduction to
when
the
set it-
Faustficker.
So it says when set aside. Ooh, when you just set the character. Okay, so we got it. This is actually something we got to discuss. So you can either choose whether you are setting Charles Tar aside to play again later or abandon the character.
Oh, definitely.
So when you set it aside, your personal quest items, gold, and resources are all kept. When abandoned, the personal quest is shuffled back into the deck, the items are returned to the available supply, their resources are moved to the Frosthaven supply, and the gold is lost.
So what if you sell all the stuff?
Well, he did that before.
Then
so
Charles Tar would have to buy it back before he
yes,
gets it.
correct.
Yeah, that's true.
But
which I would rather...
Here's the deal. If you set Charles Tar aside, if you want to come back to him later, you're going to have to keep the same personal quest.
Yeah.
But if you're abandoning Charles Tar and you're not going to pick that exact character back up, one of us could play another Drifter at some point. Then you're shuffling the personal quest back into the deck. Items are returned to the available supply, although you already sold it, so whatever.
I think we'll keep it.
I
like that.
We keep Charles Tar as it is.
So we have to take 65 back off the map. Your personal quest stays the same as Charles Tar. If you want to keep
As
Charles
Charles
Tar,
Tar.
His
I thought it
the same.
stayed. Yeah.
So
No.
Faustficker would get a new one.
no, when
Say it again. Just read it.
I was
again.
reading this differently because it says when set aside, the personal quest items, gold, and resources are all kept.
Yeah, it's all kept here.
By
Charles
Tar.
Tar.
Okay.
That's the way I heard it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it would all be kept.
Okay,
Because
so
otherwise it would be
was-
transferred to the new character.
That's actually how I was
No,
reading.
Okay.
they would have
Okay.
worded it is transferred to the new
I-
character
Okay,
and
got
not
it.
is kept.
Okay, got
So
it.
it is-
Sorry, I thought it meant you kept it.
No.
Okay.
I read that as Charles Tar keeps it.
Okay, I
And
see.
then-
So yeah, you can't get that one
Okay,
again
I see.
until you play him.
So if you don't want to sell anything back in,
I would rather sell these out because
Okay.
they
We
could
don't
be
know if we're gonna
beneficial
come
to
back
the
to
rest of the
them.
group because our assets are so limited there.
Okay.
They could end up being more
Assets.
beneficial to the group.
Okay,
I
fair.
said assets.
You're starting. any unspent remainder of gold is lost, but you would have started with 10 times players. Prosperity. Where P is the current prosperity level.
So
So
10
you would have
times two.
started with 10 times 2 plus 20. You would have started with
Oh,
40 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
Is
So then
there
you have
something
15.
you would like to buy for 15 gold then?
I'm probably. There's nothing really, I guess. I'll probably just end up doing the winged shoes because that's
Okay.
really the only other thing that I could purchase other than like a poison dagger or a heater shield. I don't know if I necessarily need the heater shield, but I mean the poison dagger may be useful, but we can look at that later.
Yeah, I say we play at least one round and see.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're buying the winged shoes as well?
Yeah, I'll buy the winged shoes.
Okay. So that gets rid of any gold because anything left you would have gotten rid of anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then the new character gains a number of perk marks equal to the number of characters previously retired by that player, which is
none.
0
Yep.
because you're just saying
Put them on the back.
bye for now. Okay, so that's it for creating Faustficker.
Faustficker. Yes.
Are we gonna refer to him as that full name this entire time, or is there like a nickname?
Is
I
it
mean-
Fist?
That's longer, but
I don't know. Sounds nicknamey to me.
We could just come up with nicknames on the fly, I think.
Fisticuffs?
okay. I
I
was
like
just
it.
curious.
I like it.
All right, I think that we do need to prepare a gloomy shot because Faustficker has not done a gloomy shot.
That is
with
true.
us
He
yet.
needs a
He's never
proper
had any alcohol
introduction
ever.
into
He's never drank a day in his
Yeah.
life. Oh my god.
I remember my first Gloomy.
Wow, okay. Well, let's go ahead and get that together. All right, welcome.
Welcome to the gang.
To fist fucking.
The
Oh my
fist fucking.
God.
All right.
All right, what else are we doing? Downtime.
Yep. Still
Anyone want to brew a potion, craft an item, or sell items?
I would like to sell items.
Cool. What do
And
you
then
sell?
we can also, how many, do we have anything to, I guess we can brew a potion too.
We
Yeah,
could,
we got some
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, we got some dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell my wild growth seeds and circlet of eyes.
Okay.
Don't really think I'm gonna need to add one to my range attack or add a target. And then the one heck obstacle just hasn't
What was
been
it?
useful at all.
The
It's
money is going to be more useful.
create a 1-hex obstacle. Yeah.
That's fine. Sell them back if you
Unless
don't
you
want
want
to.
to gift them to me and then let me.
I don't
No.
think you can.
No, I
now.
don't.
One of the things that would be helpful eventually is Faustficker will be able to create icy terrain eventually.
Ooh. Okay.
I believe, and then
Which is
we could-
difficult terrain.
yes,
Okay.
and then you can double those up with those, so that
Oh.
basically we could narrow them or like
Yeah.
basically
Right.
bottleneck them into
Okay.
stuff.
I'll
Well,
buy it
no,
later.
I mean, like, monsters will still move over the difficult terrain.
Yes, but
Well,
like
we can
we
make them go
force
one
them to go
way.
through the difficult terrain instead of
Okay,
around it.
are you not selling it?
No, I'm
then?
still
No,
definitely
sell it,
selling
but like, eventually
We can buy
I
it
may.
back.
Eventually, I may buy it once I have
okay, I
Yeah.
see
I
what
mean,
you're
because
saying.
my other two
I mean,
items
it's
are,
a pocket item though, and I feel like pocket
Yeah.
items for us, like potions, are so
I
much
have a
more
power
valuable
potion
right
and a
now.
frenzy potion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
one's perform an attack of 2, and the other one's add 1 to all your attacks.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
So-
wasting pocket space on that.
Yeah.
Right
I mean,
now.
eventually when we have the
Maybe.
ability to
So
carry
it's gonna
more.
be 25, and does prosperity add any? I know in Gloomhaven didn't it like add to your selling?
I don't.
It's only
think
buying.
so.
It's not when you're selling.
It
thought
just
it was.
says you gain gold equal to half its gold cost rounded down.
Okay.
That's it. That's all it says.
Okay, so 25 and 10, so 35.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so anyone else selling anything? I'm not. You're not. Okay. Yeah, do we want to brew a potion?
These can go back.
Potion.
Yeah, that can go in the
Yes,
purchasable.
I think that we should. So what do we have? We got
We have a
axe nut.
pointy
We have
tentacle.
one axe nut. We have arrow vine.
Did we erase that last time? Because we only had one axe nut last time, and we did it. We did that last time.
Somebody got an axe nut through the.
Yeah, we got an
last-
axe nut.
Oh, did we?
last
Okay,
time, yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Um,
All right, so we have
So
axe
axe
nut, we have a
nuts.
little mushroom thing, we have a snow thistle
yeah,
thing.
2 death caps, 2 snow thistle, and then 1 arrow vine.
Okay, so we could do a double death cap. We can do axe nut and then the seaweed.
Mhm.
Or we could do
The mushroom and the axe nut.
That
No.
doesn't
we
exist.
can't.
Well, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, we could do a mushroom and a snow thistle. The
So we
death
could
cap.
do-
Snow thistle.
Oh, we
Yeah,
only have
those
one of
don't-
these.
No, it's this and this right here.
Yeah.
The death cap and
Yeah.
snow thistle. We could do that.
What are you thinking?
Well, we have 2 snow thistles and 2 death caps, so maybe we do one of each of those. I mean,
So this and then
we could also brew as many
Well, that's the only
potions as
thing.
we want, right? It doesn't have to be only one.
yeah, we could do these 2.
I thought we could only do 1.
No, I don't
No,
think
I thought
so.
you could do as many potions.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we can do as many as we want.
Yeah, if we have enough to do
these.
those 2, then let's do it.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
So mushroom and then kelp. And then axe nut and kelp.
what do we get? Maybe this can get you like a potion or 2
Alright, we're gonna
for
do
your new
We're
character.
gonna do mushroom and kelp. It is the poison vial.
Okay.
Ooh.
What's
Number
the other
95.
one? Well, what's the other one? And so you can grab both at the same time.
The other one is an explosive vial.
Oh,
Number 97. So
Okay.
number 95 and 97.
95 and 97.
Let's see. I think I maxed out on my pocket items, but I'd be game to discuss swapping one out if it's worth it.
It's not about you.
Well, I mean, you are only going to be able to have so many too.
Yeah, but we have Max and he has 0.
He got the shoes and he got true.
Yeah.
He does have the unhealthy mixture, so he can only have one other pocket item.
Yeah, because at level 1 you can have 2 pocket items.
Yeah.
What is it?
I think you could. I think you can only. Oh,
It's at level
goodness.
4.
It's like half. I think we determined level 4 is
Level
when it
4 is
goes
when
up.
you can have
It might
3.
be 5
Yeah.
actually. Hang on. Let's see.
Okay, what we got?
Items.
Alright. Poison vial. During your turn, perform poison at range 1.
Ooh, okay.
And explosive vial. During your turn, one enemy within range 2 suffers 2 damage.
Yeah, those are both pretty good.
Okay. So pocket items you can only have up to half their level rounded up, but you start with 2. So it's not until 5, the level 5 that you start to see. So you can only have 1 more pocket item. Does anyone you have 2 pocket items?
Yeah.
I have 2.
Yeah, what are they?
Dead Raven.
Which obviously you gotta
keep.
I currently have and I've never used Stone Skin Potion. It's
used it once.
Your turn perform the not regenerated.
I think one of those would be better, personally. But at the same time, your character also doesn't move up very far. So maybe the explosive vial. 2. Yeah, that might be good, just in case anybody comes towards you.
Yeah.
You just because it's just automatic damage. It's not like an attack, so you don't have to draw a modifier.
Yeah.
And it's not affected by shield.
Yeah. Okay.
So as long as we weaken it, we can just keep going. Doesn't matter if you're in the back and it goes towards you, because then you just kill it.
Yeah. So then you keep the poison one.
I'll keep poison vial.
Okay.
Cool. I like it.
And I will put the other 2 in the deck.
Alchemy.
Cool. And that's all we got. We got nothing else.
That's it. Unless we can do Death Cap and Arrow Line.
Actually, we can.
Can we?
Oh yeah. If you want to do that,
do that.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's see what all potions we can do. I can't believe we didn't.
Cure potion. That sounds like it's gonna be pretty good.
Okay.
Alright, which number is that?
87. This might be a good second hand for. Oh wait, no, he already has the other.
Make some decisions.
I mean,
that doesn't mean he can't have all 3 and he just chooses which 2 to bring.
It might be better to
scenario.
have this one than the poison.
Let's just see what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming it's going to cure an ailment.
You would think.
During your turn, remove 1 negative condition you have.
Yeah.
This item can be used while you have whatever the
which
pocket item thing where you can't use your pocket items.
Impair.
Impair or stun.
It can be.
It can be used. Okay. So you would be able to remove stun.
Yes.
That's pretty good. I think that'd be better than poison.
That might be better than poison. Why don't you keep it and then you decide which 2 you're bringing into battle each round.
So you could go unhealthy mixture, cure.
Well, you can only remove 1.
Yeah, so we can get rid of 1.
Yeah. I think it would be really nice to have to get rid of stun or
immobilize.
Immobilize. That's what
That'd
I was
be
trying to
huge
think
for
of.
him.
Yeah. That would be good. Okay. All right, so that's
good
it
alchemy,
for brewing
guys.
the potions. We're not
They're
crafting
such
any
great
items.
Better living through
Scientific.
chemistry.
Okay. So that's it for the downtime phase, right? There's nothing else anyone wants to do, needs to
I
do?
think so.
Okay. All right. Stage 5, construction. We are going to build... We decided we were going to build the boat. The boat.
Yeah, boat.
Okay. How much does that cost? Let's make sure we erase it off of the sheet.
Boat amount of money.
Yes.
It costs a boatload.
Hey. Ooh, this guy looks pretty cool. It's a fancy ass boat.
All right. The boat costs 4 lumber, 1 metal, and 2 hide.
All right.
So
We might have
Erase those.
Done.
Okay.
Good job.
So
Let's get that boat sticker on there.
we also read 139.2.
Okay.
And we gain 1 prosperity from building it.
Right. Good call on the
Okay.
prosperity. All right. Would you like to read it while KB attempts to line that up?
Yeah, this might
Yeah,
take a
I'll
while.
have to flip back to the mirror after that then.
That's crooked.
I'm lining it up.
Line harder.
Skill that you don't have. I don't have it either. Shut up, Carl.
Kyle, just read. You said 139? You're
Yeah.
so far back. Keep going.
The shipyard hums with activity, somewhat literally in the case of the harrower carpenter, who has been hired to construct your boat.
Fun person. Yeah, friend.
It's a bug boat.
Friends.
As a swarm of unified insects, the harrower has spent the last few days slicing planks of wood, then bending the pieces into shape with the help of other workers. It's a respectable single-mast ship with enough room for a small crew to make a brief voyage north. Until now, a part of you had hoped the carpenter wouldn't pull it off, and that you'd be saved from venturing into these frigid waters. But seeing the ship here, all properly rigged up and sealed with fresh pitch, your mood brightens. Now all you need is a crew. Captain Philip Doghogger at your service.
Doghogger.
Philip Doghogger.
You turn back toward the gate. The human walking towards you is the height of a child, but the weathered look on his face makes his age clear. Satha mentioned ye needed an old salt, the man continues cheerily. He seemed confident that he has already been hired.
Okay.
Delighted to have a ship and a captain once again. Been looking for a new steed since my own ship met an unfortunate end a few months back.
So why should we hire him?
I'm sure this one won't be torn apart by a giant starfish, eh?
What?
He laughs, but there is a sadness there. Now, what'd you call this beauty? The sailor brightens again, offering a bottle of brackish alcohol. Go ahead, pick a name. Bad luck to set forth on an unnamed vessel. You smash the bottle open on the hull and watch as the carpenter and their assistants launch the ship into the chilly waters. Captain Doghogger takes some time to inspect the rigging and secure a crew, but only after half a day you are ready to brave the icy sea and leave Frosthaven behind you. Reward, open envelope B.
Oh, nice.
Alright, what are we naming it?
Is that part of the other stuff? Do we have to pick a name now? Do we need to write it down?
Oh yeah. We write it down right there. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, there is like a little scroll.
Yep,
thing.
it says name your boat.
Ooh.
You have to name the boat too.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
I mean, we can't just do boat in the boat face.
We can't. Should it be Hog Dogger? Captained by Doghogger?
He just lost a boat to a giant sea star.
That's true. Should we call it
I'm not
definitely
Isaac's incorrect naming.
We'll call it definitely not going to be sunk by a giant starfish.
Definitely not Hot Dogger's boat.
Definitely not going to be sunk by a giant starfish. That's the name.
That's it. All right.
Doghogger is not here.
I have very small handwriting. I can write that.
What is a natural enemy of a starfish?
Anything?
Ice.
Starfish.
Have you ever seen those like ice?
Crabs.
What do they call them? The pillars of death.
Many different animals eat starfish. Okay, that's a lot of them. Shrimp,
rays,
otters, birds,
crabs,
and even other sea stars.
Perfect.
Yeah, they're dumb. As in they don't have a brain.
Okay, so that's not
Can
an
you be dumb
obvious
if you don't have a brain?
It's not an obvious answer. All right, what are we naming
simple.
it? What are we naming it?
I mean, I like that. It's definitely not going to be.
So we're the Gloomy Gang, and it's our gloomy boat. We need the
Gloomy Galleon.
Okay.
That was a level
Isn't
in.
a galleon a coin?
In the
type of
Harry
ship.
Potter universe, yes, but a galleon is also the name for a large ship. This is much smaller than that.
That was
Quite
also
a
a level in Donkey Kong 64.
Gloom Galleon?
Gloomy Galleon.
Okay, how about Gloom Galleon?
Okay.
Or what other boat words start with the G? Yeah. Or we could lean Frosty instead of Gloomy. But I feel like there's fewer boat
The Frosty Frigate.
The Frosty Frigate.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
That's
actually.
pretty good.
The Gloomy Gang on the Frosty Frigate, because that would work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do Frosty Frigate. I like that more.
Okay.
So opening envelope B gave us.
All right. It gave us place the boat campaign sticker on your town map, location A. You may now place in areas with the boat requirement. Name your boat, then write on it on the sticker in front of B1 and B2 in the blanks. Shuffle events B0, 1 through 13 together, and you use them to create the boat event deck. Store this deck in envelope B when not in use, and use the card divider to separate the boat event card deck from the other boat event cards. And we gain 1 prosperity. I already marked the prosperity.
And so that gave us boat events that essentially take the place of road events when we use the boat to get in between scenarios. So that's pretty cool. Yep. So we added that sticker into the rule book.
Yep.
We got our boat events.
Yep. And
with naming it, we went back and forth a lot, and we decided on
the Frosty Frigate.
Frosty Frigate. So
let's get this.
Captain by Captain
Doghogger.
Doghogger. Well, that is it for another Outpost phase. Oh, that's right. So in our last scenario, well, that's it for the Outpost phase stuff. Yes.
Okay, you're right.
In our last scenario, we got this. Was that a random item, or was it a random scenario?
It creates a random scenario.
Okay.
Yes, that.
Okay. So
we read 26.4.
Right. You retrieve a handheld mirror with an elaborate silver frame, thinking, if nothing else, someone in Frosthaven should be willing to pay something for it. When you look into its reflective surface, however, you don't see your own image staring back at you. Instead, it shows you an image of yourself walking out the main gates of Frosthaven. You watch the mirror for a while as the image treks through the wilderness, eventually arriving at a cave filled with treasure. Looks like something worth investigating. New scenario, Ice Cave, number 111.
We're doing that one next.
Okay.
It's not a boat. Mr. Owen.
I know you want to do a boat next,
true.
but
I
I found it already.
But if it has money, I need that.
It's gonna have something.
I mean,
good.
could we take our boat through here to get there?
So. Unless it's got a little boat icon, I don't think so.
Oh, it looks pretty boat-delicious.
It does require a sled.
It's another sled event. Alright, up here.
That will help you out.
Well, I just need,
Yeah, sled, boat, or climbing gear.
Yeah, up here. Oh, I was gonna say, if you just want to give it to him, he's right here.
He's got this.
Alright. Professional sticker player.
Oh, that's so
That's pretty off, yeah.
We good. Oh god, I hate this. I'm not letting him do this anymore.
That's pretty off.
We're good.
Yeah, that's actually quite off.
Precise. Why do you do it right next to me? Too?
Yeah, I was like,
both of these are just
him.
next to God. Okay.
We're good.
We're shutting this. We're done.
Alright, so
That's it.
that was another.
That was the most eventful outpost.
It actually was.
It actually
was. A pretty
was.
solid one.
Well, partially because we decided to wait on doing this scenario because we didn't want to do it last time. Partially because you created another character.
Yeah.
And yeah, apparently the boat gave us more stuff than we thought we'd get. So,
Yeah.
Okay, we will see you back here. It sounds like there's a good chance that we might go ahead and do this 111 scenario since it might just be a lot of treasure. But otherwise, we'll probably do a boat scenario now that we have the boat. So
Yeah, very important stuff.
we'll see you back here soon. Stay frosty.
Stay frosty.